What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have a 5 MEO DALT trip report for you. The title of this trip report is State of Samadhi, and was submitted to Irowid in 2015 by the user I Am Enlightened. With all that being said, let our story begin. It was 2:45 a.m. Sunday, December the 18th, when I made up my mind to take a high dose of 5 MEO DALT. The previous night, my wife, brother-in-law, and I had taken a dose of about 25 milligrams with little effect. I was determined to have a remarkable experience. What I wasn't prepared for was the state of Samadhi. I had not eaten for at least 7 hours prior to the ingestion of the powder, all except a glass of water. Carefully, I measured out 200 milligrams on my digital scale. Believe me, I was so nervous but confident that nothing would go wrong. Quickly, I poured the powder into my mouth. It was 2:55 a.m. when it entered my body. For those who have not tasted it, it has an unpleasant, metallic taste. Within the next 5 minutes, I made it back to my bed where my wife was already partially asleep. I kept waking her up, getting in and out of bed. I say to her that I had just taken 200 milligrams and that whatever happened within the next 3 hours or so, to not call an ambulance or panic. Of course she was worried, but I assure her to calm down and just try to go back to sleep. It is about 3:10 when I start to feel a heaviness over my body and somewhat of a relaxation. I had also my headphones on, listening to soft meditation music I found on a Pandora radio station. No more than 10 minutes later, I start to hear the music more pronounced, and as if time were slowing down slightly. My legs start to tremble, followed by my hands, until it was throughout my whole body. I made a conscious effort to stop, and it did momentarily. I looked at my hands as I lay in bed and noticed a glow from my body. I remember my wedding ring shining as well. It is silver and very dull. Wow, I said to myself. At this point, my wife wakes up from the shaking and asks if I'm okay. I proceed to tell her I am okay and not to worry. I finally tell myself to just relax and let go. The shaking persists until I finally lose consciousness of my surroundings and enter a dream-like state. It was no more than an hour since I had downed the powder. In my vision, there is a moment of confusion that seemed to last about 30 minutes, but very little panic or fear. I can remember in my mind continuing to say to myself, just let go. I see what appears to be the entire universe unfold in front of me and very quickly shrink until there was pure darkness. At that moment, I thought I was dead. I had no senses for these few seconds. Finally, I see an explosion of white light consuming me as well, followed by the sound of a chime. At the same time, this moment seemed to last for an eternity. I remember being overwhelmed by bliss and feeling as if I was with God Himself. Again, this moment seemed to have lasted a lifetime, and as the dreamlike state faded, the bliss continued to increase. Oh my God. Oh my God, I must have shouted it over and over about 50 times or more, but out of joy and not fear. My whole body was relieved from worry and stress and zero tension in my body. I was bawling my eyes out, shouting to my wife, "We made it! Enlightenment!" It was what first came to my mind. I felt like a completely different person filled with joy and excitement. I later realized that my wife had no idea what I was shouting for, and that I was the only one who went on the journey. She was actually scared out of her mind until I stopped shouting. What I remember the clearest is the state of bliss that I had reached, in total relief and relaxation. It was as if God Himself had touched me and relieved me of all my suffering. I thought I was in heaven. By 6 a.m., I was back asleep, but woke up filled with energy and still a bit emotional about my experience. I will indeed continue to use this substance and experiment with higher doses. All right, everybody. That is the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Share with us your 5 MEO DALT experiences down in the comments below. Check out the other playlists on my channel, and I will see you in the next one, fam. Deuces.